Greetings, my brothers and sisters in grace, and welcome to another one of my YouTube channel segments. And in this one is called Transforming Spaces. Anyway, um, I'm your host, and I want to say welcome. And today we're going to be talking about decorating ideas, or how I love to decorate. And so let's get started. So I love to decorate from the ceiling to the floor and the floor to the ceiling. And I decorate by space versus room, because I guess, as a kid, your first place that you decorate is actually a space, your bedroom. And you have to pick places and designate spaces. And so from the very first time I got my very first job, and I got my own money, and I was able to go out and buy what I wanted, I got to decorate my space. So as I matured, and I got a house and a home, um, the projects got bigger, and I would sit in my, living room, and I would just go, wow, how do I start decorating this space? How do I make this space be me? And that was not always easy to do. There we go. That was not always easy to do. So I developed a simple plan to get me started. And the simple plan is basically decorating from the floor to the ceiling and the ceiling to the floor. And what does that exactly mean? Well, decorating from the floor to the ceiling and the ceiling to the floor means that, of course, on your floor, you have your furniture. So when you move into any space, your furniture is what you give first consideration to. And so I came up with the three F's, the M, and the S. And that's really hard for me to say because I have speech impairment issues that don't let me always speak the way I want to speak. So let's try that again. I have the three F's, I have the S, and I have the M. And what are the three F's? The three F's are fun, function, and frugal. And then what's the M? Multi-purpose. And what's the S? Sell. Especially when you're buying furniture, the S word is the best word, okay? Sell, sales, and sales. Okay, it goes along with the F word, frugal. So you have these. So basically, when you go shopping for your furniture, you want multi-purpose furniture. And I'm just going to give you an example of multi-purpose furniture, because multi-purpose furniture comes in a broad spectrum. I mean, end tables, sofas, chairs, ottomans. I mean, there's some crazy furniture out there. So let's go with the ottoman, because the ottoman is the perfect example. Your ottoman can be your coffee table, your ottoman can be your footstool, and your ottoman can be your storage. So when you're talking about multi-purpose space, you're looking for furniture that can function in a lot of different ways. So after you decide to get your furniture and put it in its designated space, the living room, the dining room, the kitchen, the bath, the bedroom, after you put it into your designated space, you now have to decorate your walls. Well, how do you do that? Well, again, my three words are fun, frugal, and function, and multi-purpose. And not so much sales, but yes, sales is always implied. So my best example of that would be mirrors. Because I am a very vain person. I mean, extremely vain. I am. And if you watch my recent YouTube segments, you'll notice that when I teach Bible study, I don't teach Bible study to my kids. I don't wear makeup because I know I'm so vain. But if I teach in public, or if I teach a Bible class in public, I do dress appropriate, and makeup can include that. But because I was teaching to my kids, I didn't bother putting on any makeup, and I'm dressed down. But it does not negate the fact that my spiritual side and my vain side is kind of, the best way I can put it is my yang and my yang. So, yeah, so I am really vain. So I put mirrors up strategically in my house. Because, if I might be eating a sandwich and the doorbell rings, and then you would get, ketchup here and mustard here and mayonnaise right there. And you jump up and you open the door, and then, it's not somebody that you know, or it is somebody you know, or it could be that fantastic neighbor that you really don't like. And you don't want them catching you with mustard right here and ketchup right here and mayonnaise right there. So I strategically put my mirrors so that, I can get that one last look or one last glance before I open my front door. And I can also, if I'm sitting in a certain place where there's a blind sight, blind, 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 blind sight, I can, um, periodically look up, and I can catch a glimpse of a door or entryway. So strategic function, multi-purpose, again, are my favorite words. So after you get up to the ceiling, you do your floors, and you get up to your ceilings with the walls, you now have to come back down. So what do you come back down to the floor with? Well, your walls need decor. And I like to divide my rooms up by themes. So when I shop, I shop for pictures that create a theme in the room. And, like ocean, you feel yourself in the ocean, or you can feel yourself walking through a forest, or something fantastic like that. So I develop a theme throughout the room when I go to buy my pictures. Then you have your area rugs. And your area rugs, of course, go with whatever theme you have decided for your room. So going from the floor to the ceiling, to the ceiling to the floor, we've talked about all that. So then, harmony, because I'm a really spiritual person. I love harmony. I love peace. I love to make sure that my room is flowing. So I love circles. And why do I love circles? But I don't love circles as much as this woman I'm about to tell you about. I met this lady, and I went into her house, and when I was a little girl, I was just a little girl, and everything in her house amazed me, because I've never seen everything a circle. Her couch was a half C. Her end tables were round. Her coffee table was round. You went into her bedroom, her bed was round. And I'm going to tell you, back then, frugal, sale goes with a round bed, maybe, but frugal, even on sale, does not go with a round bed. And her vanity was round. So, I mean, every piece of furniture that she had, with exception to a few pieces, was round. And her house was so much fun to me. And you could feel how fun her house was. And she explained to me that circles bring you peace, and circles bring you a calm. And she explained, because bad energy doesn't get caught in corners. So she believed in good energy, she believed in bad energy, and she believed in how energy flows throughout your house, and how, just like you got to keep fresh air coming through your house, she was a firm believer that you always had to keep good spiritual energy flowing, just like you would keep good, clean, fresh air flowing in your house. So her whole house was always, all her furniture was circles. Um, so you have to find that harmony. You have to find that peace. You have to find something that does that for you. Um, and so after you get finished with your decor and your pictures and picking the theme for your rooms, you have to have personal space, designated personal spaces for your everyday living. And I'll give you an example of that. You see that over there? That's my guitar, and that's my ab flex. And the ab flex is not working, so be kind and don't be making no smart comments. So anyway, um, when you design your space, you design your personal space to the people who live your in your personal space, your family. And you just, like, I don't like if my husband is watching a boxing match, and I'm trying to do the bills. I don't want us fighting over that space. If my son is trying to play video games or he's trying to entertain his friends, I don't want my children fighting over that space. So you have designated spaces. Like my daughter, she has an art studio in the house, and I designate it in a place where I know that's her space and she can go and she can do her art. So you designate spaces based on the personalities that are in your house and based on how they're going to need their space so they don't clash and fight over space. I think that is most important for spiritual harmony and peace. So designated spaces. So contemporary and traditional. When I had a larger residence, I had a tea room, which was more of a traditional space. And then my family room has always been more of a contemporary space because modern looks empty. It's like furniture that looks like it's like Barbie doll furniture. You ever had a Barbie dream house where you had that little plastic square couch that was just, you could tell it was a couch, but it was just completely empty? That's what modern feels like to me. So I like contemporary because I think contemporary is not empty and it's not busy. I don't like busy furniture. I like calm furniture. So I don't think it's busy, but I also don't think it's empty like modern furniture. So I like contemporary furniture. So I like contemporary because contemporary is easy to then change for winter, spring, summer, and fall with a shabby chic. And what's shabby chic? Shabby chic is like when you buy covers for your chairs and covers for your couch. And, so you can design your room and you can even change your room seasonally with chair covers and pillows, and make a nice, comfortable, calming, overflowing room. So those are some of my design secrets that I do to transform spaces and make a space comfortable and personal and fun. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something that maybe you didn't know or got an idea that maybe you didn't have before. And always remember, laugh for 30 minutes a day. It is the best thing you can do for no good reason except you can. And until next time, bye.